Kamehameha. Hello, how's your day going? How you living? Today we got Wednesday literally makes no sense. And I'm not sure. Shout out Jenna Ortega.
Hey, one sec before the video starts. YouTube's obviously I've never made a TV show before, and I don't know the details about anything, but how does it take 3 years to make 8 episodes of a giant hit show? Like, this just seems wild to me. I guess COVID was still a thing, but even then, like, 2023, we were back in theaters watching Barbie, so like, the heck was the problem? Jenna Ortega was just too busy making the dumbest movies of all time, I guess. Wednesday Season 1 came out in late 2022 and was a huge smash hit for Netflix. Tim Burton was on board, Jenna Ortega was back in the spotlight, Catherine Zeta-Jones was just my entire Google search history rolled into one person. It was a
I'm gonna lie, W Milk or W Samosa, I don't, whatever she is, W her on aging so gracefully, I guess.
But you know, now that almost 3 years have passed, I think back on the first season and like, this was kind of dumb actually. I mean like, okay, so right in the first episode, Wednesday tries to murder an entire swim team with piranhas, right?
And the FBI wasn't called, the CIA wasn't informed. Not even the police were called to like put her in a psych ward or nothing, but let it be a black kid. He gonna eviscerated by bullets and bombs. Hey man, but what's even how does one get their hands on piranhas? I don't know.
Yeah, that's normal. And then, for some reason, she gets kicked out of school for causing trouble.
That's it? All right.
The ones who got you expelled. That boy's family was going to file attempted murder charges. How would that have looked on your record?
Terrible. Everyone would know I failed to get the job done.
Makes sense.
But then, the entire rest of the season is her trying to prove her dad's innocence and show the world that he's not a murderer. Like, what? Wouldn't that be a good thing? Like, wouldn't she think she had a rad dad?
Wait a minute, hang on. You're an Adams? Don't tell me Gomez Adams is your father. That man belongs behind bars for murder.
The entire premise of the show literally just makes no sense. But all the same, now almost 3 years later, we finally have half of Season 2 of Wednesday. And despite the absolute glaring flaws in the first season, I still enjoyed myself well enough, you know what I mean? I'm interested enough to see what the heck Season 2 is about. So, come along, kids, let's take a walk. But before that, really quick, this video is brought to you by great earbuds for...
I'm tied up in a serial killer's basement.
What the? I know I never watched. Did I watch the original recap from the sky? I don't remember. But how did you end up here? Jesus Christ.
You said nightmares don't come true.
Hey, Kelsey, she talks the same way you do all the time. So since Season 1 ended, 1 summer has passed. As you may recall, assuming you haven't completely forgotten everything that happened frickin' 3 years ago, Wednesday has like That's So Raven powers where she can see the future, kinda sorta. Which sounds cool, but like, how depressing would that actually be though? OMG, you gotta tell me, what's my future gonna be like? You're gonna...
You'll end up in a bad marriage with a guy you don't love, but you have kids and you don't want to divorce him. So you stay until they're grown up. But yeah, you stay until they're grown up, but your one kid stays too long, so you can't divorce him because he was a mama's boy and you love him too much and you don't want to make him sad. So now you're in the marriage for another 30 years, and by the time you're 50 or 60, you haven't gone to the gym, you haven't eaten right, so you're already fat and sloppy and you don't feel like getting back in shape. Then your husband is gone, and you don't want to get back into the market. Your son's still a loser. Your daughter doesn't like you, and she's over here successful in life. And then you still have to go to work every day because, you know, that's how life works. And yeah.
I sit at a computer writing emails all day, thinking about how you can't wait to go home and finally have some free time, but when you do get home, you'll be too tired to do anything fun, even though all you did was sit at your computer all day. And you'll think to yourself, oh boy, sure can't wait till I have more time on the weekend, except all you're gonna end up doing is all the laundry you've been putting off this whole time. Also, the rent on your half-bath studio apartment takes 60% of your paycheck now.
Damn.
But anyway,
I was wrong.
I spent my vacation mastering my psychic ability. All the answers were in Goody's book of spells.
some of y'all be going for girls like this. I don't know. I'm happy, like, any of the, well, there's only one, but she was goth after I knew her. Anyway, like, y'all be going for girls like this. I don't know. Someone who watches this is their type. Crazy goth girl who actually does the whole rituals and stuff. I'm just happy they never look like the ones I've met haven't looked like Raven or that one girl from Total Drama Island. Because I ain't gonna lie, bro, that's how I end up with a heel on my nuts. Pause.
I set my sights on an obsession I've had since I was 6 years old.
In the Tinkerbell movies, they have wings, but they can't use them to fly because they need pixie dust. But if the wings get wet, they can't fly regardless. So do they fly with the wings or do they fly with the pixie dust? No, actually, she just wants to find this random serial killer guy that she heard about like on a true crime podcast or something. And then they found her head in a frying pan sizzling on his stove. You know what else could be sizzling on your stove? HelloFresh.
I had one final harrowing obstacle to overcome.
Is that how it really be? Like, what if they have a sponsor on a murder podcast? Would it be like, and then she, damn. Nah, I'm not gonna make that joke. I was just watching Law and Order Special Victims Unit, so that's gonna be insensitive.
Arms.
Jesus. Whoa.
Okay, Netflix, I'm sorry. I can accept magic.
Where all that come from? Yeah, like, wait, she still had to go on a plane? Oh, yeah, bruh. No. Can't let her back on the plane now.
Powers and werewolves and gorgons or whatever. There ain't no way the TSA will be this calm, okay? As soon as that machine went off, they would have labeled her with all the parental abandonment issues they could muster. You know how like they change all the rules literally every time you go for no reason? Take your laptops and your carry-ons, people. How many times we gotta tell you? Leave your laptops in the bag.
Bro, I've always wanted to go on the spinning ones, but I always had to go through these ones. I don't know what is my obsession with wanting to be scanned by the thingamabob, but yeah, I've always wanted to go into like, you know, the big cylinder ones that you have to step inside and go. Yeah, bro, I always wanted to just go in there for the one time.
What are you even doing? No, I'm not in therapy. Why do you ask? Anyway, so she flies to Kansas City and confronts the serial killer to stop him and bring him to justice. Why? She should be idolizing this guy. I feel like this show has no idea who they want Wednesday to be, you know? Like, through season 1 and season 2, she talks about how she loves death and killing is cool, and she's like, I dressed up like the Marquis de Sade when I was 7 years old. I'm so quirky. And then 2 seconds later, she's fighting crime?
Jesus. And then she got kidnapped by this guy. All right. Sure.
Serial killer services listed online too?
Oh, reflexes. And she has black blood coming out of her eyes. Cool.
Now, as you just saw, sometimes Wednesday's psychic powers go into like overdrive or whatever, where she can very clearly see something in the future, but then she starts crying blood, which apparently is concerning.
I'm not finding anything related to black tears.
Anyway, so moving on from that, it's finally time for the new school year to start, and this year, Wednesday is gonna go to school with her brother Pugsley, who in the timeline of the show just had the most insane puberty explosion of all time. Alright guys, see you tomorrow!
70 square.
What the heck is going on? I like girls now? What? Hey, you guys wanna play Fortnite?
Damn. I wonder if my voice changed. I'm 20. Because, well, I'm actually using my content voice right now, but real voice is how I really sound on like a regular day type. Yeah, like, feel what I'm saying? But when I use my content voice, I don't remember what my voice sounded like. Oh, squeaky. Some people say I still sound the same, but that's my like regular talking voice because I want to be understood more. Yeah, it's like weird.
Why do you smell like soup? Also, he has electricity powers now.
Oh, cool.
There's a stop sign coming up. Hit the O, dead center.
All right. Jesus. And you, like, do they not know like a right of way and whatnot? Like, if you see nothing and there's like an intersection, aren't you supposed to stop anyway?
This is literally what I'm talking about! Wednesday purposely makes these people crash their cars and then explode, but then she's like, listen here, Mr. Serial Killer, you gotta stop being so naughty. Like, nothing makes any gosh darn sense! Anyway, so they finally arrive at the school to start the new year, and as per the events of last season, Wednesday is now the most famous, popular kid in school, which she, for one, is thrilled about.
Can I get your autograph? I only signed my name in blood.
Hey, yo.
You are done here. You're kind of a big deal now after the whole saving
Ew, did she just put her sting breath on you? Icky.
the school from the Demon Pilgrim thing. Popularity doesn't play by the laws of physics.
Demon, what is this show?
The harder you repel it, the harder it comes for you.
Okay, I'm calling
That's what she
shenanigans
said.
right now. There is no way that's true. You think I, with my homemade Sailor Moon t-shirts and Japanese imported Pokemon cards, was a loser because I was trying too hard to be popular? I couldn't get a date to prom, but I sure learned a lot of variations of the...
Damn, that's crazy, bro. I did my best to like stay out the way, bro. But like, for some reason, people knew my name even before I was the mascot. That's a whole nother story. And yeah, I got asked to prom too. Guess just trying isn't the way, huh?
Yep, slur, I'll tell you that. But anyway, so
Hey,
Wednesday
yo.
goes up to her old dorm room and meets her will they, won't they, sapphic baiting roommate, Enid.
I did get you a gift at Lupin Palooza in Golden Gate Park. Don't worry, it's not a snood. Get it? Like Beowulf? I thought you'd love the literary reference.
Nothing like a bad pun to throw dirt on the coffin of epic poetry.
Okay, thanks for the input, Wednesday. So, like, okay, let's talk about Enid for a second here. Last season, she ended up with Ajax, aka Beanie Guy, and everything seemed fine, except now here we are one summer later and things are kind of weird?
Is Enid around?
Ah, damn. What did Ajax do? And also, Ajax brought the city in Canada, in Ontario. That's a bad name, I ain't gonna lie.
She left earlier with the pack. I threatened to neuter them if they didn't get out.
Well, do you mind giving her this?
So Enid's been avoiding Ajax for a while now because, as almost every girl does at some point, she realized that she was dating the Beanie Guy and started questioning all of her life choices.
Thanks for covering. I'm not sure how I feel about Ajax anymore.
He does this thing where he just like says what he means and doesn't speak in euphemisms and backhanded phrases. It's so weird. Like, what do you mean you don't want to go get McDonald's because you're not hungry right now? Do you like hate me now or?
I never had a girlfriend. Is that how they are? Like, you can't say anything without them like thinking too deep about it, or them thinking that like you want to tear out their spine.
He's sweet and cute, but he's still in love with the old me, and I've changed.
Yeah, I'm not that goody good little girl anymore. I do bad stuff now. My bedtime's 9 o'clock, but sometimes I still.
Whoa, what do you mean? What you mean? You a bad girl now?
Stay up till 9:30. Well, I never realized how hot you are. And so now, instead of just having a single semi-grown-up conversation with Ajax about how she's feeling, she does the next best thing and starts hanging out with the mullet guy.
Hey, she don't make good choices.
Bullet man,
Wow.
the range on this girl, I tell you what. Now, Wednesday, of course, hates feelings and talking about feelings and having feelings, so
Me too.
she just kind of leaves. After this,
That stuff be getting in the way of so much stuff, bro. Like, that's sad. Like, I stopped being sad years ago. I ain't gonna lie, that's boring. Being sad is boring. Being mad is boring. Being happy is cool. I like being happy. That's pretty fun. What else? What other emotion is there? Yeah, that's all I got, bro. Happy, mad, sad. 2 of the 3 are boring. 1 is pretty cool.
she finds out that her mom has been tapped to head up the gala planning committee, which means she'll be hanging around the school for a while longer.
You play?
Caliban Hall. My old stomping ground.
Jesus, this school is depressing. my
Well,
god.
few things are sadder to me than someone older than like 25 still talking about the good old days at my old stomping ground. Like go live.
Yeah, nah, bro. The good old days. Yeah, bro. My good old days were. I don't really have any for real, bro. I'm 20 again. Like high school, school, bro. Most of that, like half that was in COVID. Was during like 2020, and we had to be inside the whole time. So grade 10, chilling inside. What? Grade 11, half of it was inside. Grade 9, I didn't. Like the vid happened right at like during the halfway mark of what the second semester of my ninth grade year. So yeah, most of my high school experience was spent at home. I don't like it was a W. I ain't gonna sit here and act like that was the most depressing time of my life, bro. I was watching Transformers Prime, chilling, making music. I don't lie, I had fun.
Your life.
Watching
dude.
You don't
TV.
need to worry about me, Mother. You should be focused on Pugsley. We both know being tall and male will only get him so far. Besides, he's got the
Pretty
brains of
far.
a dung beetle and the ambition of a French bureaucrat.
No, I ain't gonna lie, bro. That's a 50-50 chance of becoming a billionaire or ending up being homeless. Yeah.
Yeah, oh boy. Yeah, your brother set up for a life of hardship, I tell you what. Hi, I'm Samantha, captain of the dance team and valedictorian. Wait, you're like tall and stupid? Haha, just what I've been looking for.
Hey, you wanted to be my girlfriend so I can ignore you at all the football games and never remember a single thing you tell me?
Well, shoot, sign me up.
Type.
Hey, Dad, I found some old mouse traps under the sink. You want a snack?
Why would
Oh.
you want to be in charge?
Nah, bro. Their bathroom must smell atrocious. Yeah.
of a gala?
Well, I wasn't expecting things to change so quickly. Pugsley showed up like poison oak this summer, and
Yeah, wow, it's amazing what 3 years will do to a kid, huh? But okay, so at some point in time, Wednesday wrote a novel that apparently is complete garbage.
I don't evolve. I cocoon.
Well, speaking of your novel, was that publisher interested?
Ain't that the same thing? Isn't cocoons just evolution?
I call it death by 1,000 notes.
Oh, Jesus.
Shadow the Hedgehog let out an exasperated sigh. He'd been planning this for so long. Now that it was here, he was worried his life would be without meaning. He looked down and locked eyes with the subject of his obsession, the sun from the Raisin Bran cereal box. Shadow could see slight tears welling up in its eyes. Acceptance. Submission. No, the sun whimpered. We mustn't. It's too dangerous.
His brain doesn't work normally. Who was able to? Hopefully, this is made up, and hopefully, he found this on the internet. And this isn't stuff that he has conjugated in his brain, because this is insane work.
Exactly. Shadow reached down and caressed the sun's fusion reactor-like face. I'm done playing your games. You give me light and warmth, but you also give me cancer? Quite the ironic metaphor. I told you I'm not worth the trouble. The sun looked away.
This one here just looks like a typo. It's not. That's the old English spelling for dismemberment.
Yes, Wednesday.
Oh,
of course.
Jesus.
Also, there's some kind of mysterious stalker that's been taking pictures of her and sending her little vaguely threatening notes like, one time I saw you pick your nose and then look at it and go, whoa, nice, before flicking it away. The stalker steals her manuscript one day and puts it underneath this bonfire that the school's doing, so Wednesday has to run in there and save it because it's like her life's work or whatever. Shadow's hand slid slowly from the Raisin Bran sun's
She don't got it saved on a Word document. Stupid.
cheek down to its throat, which it doesn't actually have, but whatever, shut up. You say you put 2 scoops of raisins in every box? What does that mean? What kind of measurement is a scoop? I don't know, the son struggled. I just do what they tell me. Oh, so you are good at doing what you're told. Interesting. Shadow grinned, feeling his Chaos Emerald shift slightly. And so,
Hey, yo.
after doing this and trying to head back to her dorm room, she has another That's So Raven moment.
Are you busting an adrenaline in Russia? What about the kidnapping?
Well. Huh. However, after after dealing with more and more elaborate stalker sweet nothings, I've been dreaming of the day I could finally give you what you deserve. Like the sun on an elementary school jungle gym, I sit and wait to completely sear the skin off your hands at recess.
Oh my god.
This recipe calls for 3 eggs, 1 cup of sugar, 18 cloves of garlic, and so ultimately we end up with Enid and Bullet Man chained to some chairs in a clock tower with knives slowly dropping down onto their faces.
This happened in Cars 2.
You know, just high school things. While Wednesday has to solve this bizarre riddle with like an organ and a typewriter, but then we finally find out who the real stalker is.
Yeah, bro, I hate riddles, bro. I would put in a situation, they're cooked. Because, like, what do you mean what comes up but doesn't come down? I don't know, evaporation.
Ah, whoops.
Or ghosts. Cool.
My crazed stalker is an invisible 13-year-old.
We haven't been properly introduced. I'm Agnes DeMille, your #1 superfan.
That's right, everybody. Turns out it was just a 13-year-old girl with invisibility powers who...
So they're gonna have a final battle, or they're just gonna keep on being weird?
Who just wanted Wednesday's attention or something. Boy, I sure hate it when that happens. Oh yeah, also, quick side note, there's also someone who can control birds and is sending ravens to murder everyone related.
It's Itachi, bro. What? It's called Sasuke.
Tyler, the Jekyll Hyde guy from season 1, like his dad and his dad's friend, and Wednesday keeps seeing this one raven with like a weird eye flying around, and for some reason she really cares about stopping this, and she wants to get to the bottom of it, I guess.
One of them had a Sharingan.
And that's more or less where season 2 starts. Oh yeah, also, her brother uses his electricity powers to resurrect a zombie, as you do.
Oh, right. God damn, it's got a chop.
Surely nothing of note will come from this. I talked about this a little bit back in my first video years ago, but there's something about the show that just feels so Riverdale. Like, I can't quite explain it exactly. I don't know, the way it's written, the way it's shot, the color grading, it's like if you put Monster High and Riverdale together. And like, maybe it's just me, or maybe it's because there's been such a long gap between the 2 seasons, but like in season 1, the character of Wednesday felt different and edgy, you know, kind of unique at the time. But seeing this all again, like, she just feels so try-hard now.
My traditional care methods aren't yielding results.
Try hard. You can never try hard for anything you want in this life. Especially want to be cool.
So I think it's time to be unorthodox.
Well, you know what they say.
Electricity?
If you can't kill them with kindness, try lethal injection.
Yeah, okay, dude, save it for open mic night. I will say, though, in the first episode, which is directed by Tim Burton himself, there's this really cool stop-motion part where Ajax is telling a ghost story to all the new kids about the zombie dude that Pugsley brings back to life. This part's awesome. But anyway, so the first 4 episodes of season 2 are out now, with the rest coming in early September. So, see you all around then, I guess.
Hey, September.
The show Wednesday, I think, is an interesting example of kind of what Netflix has been doing lately.
Wow, I really got nothing to say, bro. What about... I mean, it's not over yet, so I guess they can still talk about the kidnapping. But... Jesus Christ. I don't know. Maybe my brain is just broken and I'm not smart enough to comprehend what is going on. But, yeah, that's all I got.